My parents, mom who's 60, dad who's 64, are angry that I, a 19-year-old guy, didn't tell my sister, 27 years old, that her husband, who's also 27, was cheating on her, and they insist I need to make it up to her. All right, you knew the information, but you didn't want to share. Tight lips? Was it justified? Hi, friends. Welcome back to my channel. We're about to find out with story number 1. So it says, I'm incredibly frustrated by this whole situation. Same sis, or same bro. To me, it's all bullshit, and it's making me reflect on my relationship with my parents. But maybe they have a point and others will agree with them. I don't know, so I'm seeking advice on what I should do or say or not do or not say. You don't need to listen to these other hoes on Reddit. Listen to me. Okay. My sister and my relationship has always been Well, let me finish reading. But you're not entitled. It's the right thing to tell them. Let's just start there. If you know something's going on, the right thing to do is tell the person. But if y'all ain't close, and if it's a person that if you weren't my sibling in this case or his sibling in this case, if it was someone you used to be friends with, but now they talking shit all the time, that you don't fucks with them, and now you find out their partner cheating, I ain't telling them. Why? No, me? No. They're gonna find out. I always love to say too, sometimes I ask other questions and I'm like, they know. They know. Like, do you think he's cheating? Like, do you think he's cheating? You're asking me to validate, but if I say yes, you're gonna disagree. So whatever. Anywho, it's always harder when it's a sibling one, right? Because people expect familial relationships that are based on blood to have a certain level of loyalty and stuff that you're able to sometimes get away with when you're not related to someone, which is not a crazy thing to say. Our parents struggled to get pregnant after my mom gave birth to her, and they needed fertility treatments to even have me. She knows this, and they had said she really wanted a sibling until I was a boy. Not until I was a boy. Trans rights, let's go. No, until I was born a boy, and then her attitude about becoming a big sister changed. All they did to help her accept me and all the expectations for her to get over having a brother and not a sister did nothing. Interesting. Okay. She has always been a hateful bully. It's I'm not gonna mince words. She's always been a hateful bully. A low down heifer and a hoe. He ain't right that I said that. She spent years making fun of me, calling me names, rejecting all affectionate interactions. I tried to instigate everything she could. I think he wrote, I tried to instigate, but meant to say she tried to instigate. And doing everything she could possibly do without getting into serious trouble to make it known that she wanted nothing to do with me. I also wonder, even though she said that she wanted a sister, it's giving, I would have been pissed regardless of whoever came across. And because you are 8 years apart, that obviously shows that there is a bigger gap between having her and then trying to have other kids. And so I think maybe when she was very young, she felt that she could have had a sibling. And when you came along and maybe you got special treatment because they didn't think they would have another one, she took that out on you as resentment. I wouldn't be surprised because we kind of see that, we as a society kind of see that behavior happen pretty often. So I wonder, even using the excuse of my sister, if I had a sister, feels like BS to me. I just think you're not a nice person and you would have done this to brother, sister, friend, foe, nibbling, any of them. I mean, this was the same sister who, when she was 16 or 17, told our parents she would leave me in the house alone. It's not funny. If they let her babysit, and that no payment would change her answer. Damn. Now we got money involved. She said, I don't care how much you pay me. She hate you. Even with people I don't like, I said, how much? I'll figure it out. Listen, you put on Mulan and Monsters Inc. and call it a day. Right, 16, be 8 or not. Put on a movie. Be sit in the living room, watch a movie, play video games. Just be present. You literally had the bare minimum to do and could have gotten paid. And you said, I want little to do with this gremlin. It's also the same sister who didn't invite me to her wedding. Oh, she got away with it though. Because you're probably under 21 at the time. You're definitely under 21 at the time. That wouldn't be possible for you to be 21. But considering this is probably in the US. And drinking. So didn't get invited to the wedding, and who skipped our grandmother's last 2 Christmases because our grandmother told her she better not show up with gifts for everyone except me. She's talking. You remember reddithitman.com, that website they use, and people were just dumb enough to be, oh yeah, I'll just hire one. That seems like an affordable rate, like it's TaskRabbit. I wouldn't be surprised she's on that website. She hates bringing gifts to everyone except for you. What is this vendetta? Oh my goodness. Jesus. Nothing has changed now that we're adults. I wouldn't. Let's go back to the title, right? The parents are mad that he didn't tell his sister that he saw her husband cheating on her. I wouldn't have said shit. I would have encouraged it. I said, have a baby. Have a baby. You know, go all the way. Hercules, you can go the distance. Because you're not going to treat me like this and continue to, and you get in the way. Girl, this is my lick back. You thought it was bad, girl. I said, well, I have one affair. Why not 2, 3? You deserve it. You're a man in America. You should have it all. I shouldn't drag other women into this. Although they probably know the situation. So how innocent are you? Everybody can get it. And that's what's so great about my channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, friends. Join me on this journey. I'm a fun time, allegedly. We do not see each other often. When we do, she's rude and makes points of rejecting me. We get it, girl. I accept it completely and I do not try. Good for you, right? Just let it roll off your back. I feel no obligation to be a good brother, correct, to her when she was sure never a good sister or even a neutral sister to me. Fair enough. Someone will say, but it's the obligation. It's the right thing to do. What's the right thing to do? What's right? Okay. Which is why I never said anything when I realized her husband was cheating. Their childhood sweethearts, who, not that sweet, who started planning their wedding in high school. They married young and planned to start a family in a couple of years. About 6 months ago, I saw her husband making out with another woman. Then a friend of mine saw him with that same woman a few weeks later. Oh, so that wasn't even like a drunk night. That's an affair. An affair good. And when she felt like, how could he do this to me? And be like, well, maybe you're bad at it. Listen, there's no justification for you getting cheated on. But you can say things like, well, I'm sure you weren't present in the relationship. I'm sure your fashion sense doesn't lead a lot to... When I say I would take the knife and dig it deeper, come on. What's there to lose? Your parents already mad at you. In for a penny, in for a pound, bitch. So let's go. When my sister did learn her husband was cheating, he threw me under the bus and told her I saw him and this other woman together. I would say, like, how did they even find out that you knew? Oh, that little snitch. He said, you think I'm going down? Not alone. That's crazy. That's crazy. He also... promise you the husband did that because he knows his wife hates her brother so much that would take blame off of him. He knows that this is the perfect distractor. Which is probably why he also knows she ain't leaving him. Okay? I bet money on it. So but what a low down, despicable, nasty the husband. For multiple reasons. I said, you made your bed, now lie in it. Come on. So my sister was more angry at me than her husband, ring-a-ding-ding, I told you, who cheated. When she told our parents, they asked me why I would keep a secret like that. She'd be like, I tried to tell her, but every time I tried to talk to her, but she never answers my calls. Ooh, maybe you should have done that. Maybe you should have called her and see if she picked up. But then if she picked up, you could be like, oh, why'd you call? Nothing. I told them I owed my sister nothing after all the years she rejected me. They said this was my chance for things to change and we could have bonded, over her infidelity challenges with her husband. Sure. When he she saw me looking out for her. No, they really think that's how that would have went. Maybe they do. Maybe they just live with rose-colored glasses. You'd be surprised. Some parents are just living in a world that is not reality. I told them they know if the shoe was on the other foot, she would be taunting me and making a fool out of me for being cheated on. So be glad I kept quiet and didn't engage at all. I know, because he didn't do what I would want to do. I wouldn't actually do that though. I think silence is the right answer. You have to be an enemy of me for me to, okay? They suddenly acting like she hasn't hated me my whole life. I need y'all to be for real, because don't piss me off. And things like this are so different now. They're insisting I make this up to her so we can reconcile. I don't think so. I think we can just call this the end of the road. Boys to men, even though we've come to the end of the road, and we'll just cut the lyrics there because I don't think the rest of it will make sense. Because I can let go, okay? But I'm just disappointed in their reaction to me after all she has done. Are you really surprised by their reaction? And you haven't alluded to it, but I feel like if this thing went on to the capacity that it did, I think you're aware of your parents' feelings about the situation and how they probably feel about their daughter and her actions. So I feel like it should be disappointing to you, but I don't think their answer should be surprising to you. I'm guessing. I could be wrong. Well, let's see what some of the comments say. Would she have even believed you? Also, she definitely would have found a way to blame you anyway. Absolutely. I don't know what she would have said. Why were you out there looking, stalking my husband? There would have been some kind of nonsense to it. And the OP says it's hard to say, but either way, I would absolutely be blamed for sure. Maybe she lied and say they were in an open relationship and it made things weird or something. Ooh, yeah. Knowing her, she would find a way to add extra hate in mind. Damn. There's something else going on here. I think OP is being very truthful. I think OP, my guess is that OP has a specific view of his parents that are kinder than they actually are. I think, which I believe might be connected to a coping mechanism. The way that his sister is so antagonistic to him, the permissiveness of the parents, and usually, right, the younger one is the one that gets the most attention. He was also a baby that they didn't think that they were going to be able to have. They needed to be on fertility to have him, so he wasn't an accident baby, allegedly. Something is not adding up to your household, and I don't think it's because you're lying. I think it's you're omitting something because you've had to dig that down to be able to function in this house. And that's sad. That's really unfortunate if that is truly the case. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. You just leave everyone alone. Leave everyone alone. Chosen families are becoming so much more common in our language now, which I love, right? They're the people around you that you get to choose to be a part of your life that aren't going to hurt you. And if they do end up hurting you, you have no obligation to stay there. So I hope that you're able to find a fulfilling chosen family and that they bring you a lot of joy. All right, time for food for thought. Now, did they super food this? Jesus! What the hell? And it was arm day today. My God. Okay, let's see what we have here. Shrimp lo mein. I don't really like shrimp. The fortune is a deeper understanding of life is coming your way. That is a fortune. Okay. A deeper understanding of life is coming your way. You know what this sounds like? It sounds like I'm about to go through some bullshit. You're like, but what is the lesson you learned after you were backstabbed and betrayed, you know? That sometimes life is still worth living, as I stand on the bridge. Crazy. No, what was crazy was that. Jeez, let's just close it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, join me, and I will see you all soon. Bye.